no reason for you to be asking me for ID, running my information, because you've asked me to move from a parking spot in a campground. I'm moving, and that's good enough.
So right now I told you you can't park here. I didn't ask you to move yet, but can I see your ID?
Hello, YouTube. Criminal Megan strikes again. This video is so traumatic. I had a really hard time putting it up. I can't watch it. I was again harassed by more federal park rangers in Arkansas because I mistakenly parked in the day park area outside of the campground that I was going to be checking into in the morning. And that's apparently like a major offense. You don't get warnings in federal parks. You get threatened and potentially arrested. The only reason I didn't get arrested is because I refused to get out of my vehicle. And I refused to get out of my vehicle because last time I was in arm's length from a park ranger, a federal park ranger, I was grabbed and thrown in jail. What you're witnessing is 3 federal park rangers, police park rangers surrounding my vehicle, refusing to let me leave, blocking me in, demanding my information, accusing me of stealing my vehicle, accusing me of being on drugs, accusing me of being drunk, accusing me of being on psychiatric medication, just everything, just completely harassing the hell out of me instead of saying, hey, you're not allowed to park here. I gave them my information. They ran all of it. They knew I wasn't a criminal. They still didn't let it go. Absolute nightmare. When I tried to file a report, I got completely stonewalled. I have no idea who these rangers are. I've not been able to make a complaint. All I've been able to do is pay the state of Arkansas hundreds of dollars just to not issue me a warrant for my arrest, because that's what they're threatening me with here. You either come back to Arkansas and go to court for this, or we're going to arrest you no matter where you are, because this is a federal offense now. And I'm like, this is insane. Y'all are fucking insane. I was scared for my life. 3 of these men, one had pox all over his face and just kept trying to trigger me. And it's like, these men patrol this area every single day. They know I'm not a nuisance. They know they've never seen me. They've ran my background. I'm clear. They saw my Hawaii license. They know I'm moving from California to Florida. None of it mattered. They wanted inside of that van. They needed action. They needed something to do that night. I ended up sleeping in the parking lot of the casino. I'll put in the description where this took place. This ended my road trip. I immediately drove out of the state. It's just been so traumatic. I can't even believe what I've had to go through. I cannot believe what I've had to go through. I'm still in a huge lawsuit with the state of California. I would love to be another lawsuit, but Arkansas completely blocks me. I don't know who this is. I contacted the governor. The governor's office, Jennifer, did actually call me back and say she was sorry, but that there was nothing that she could do, that I needed to contact the federal representation, and they don't return my phone calls. Mr. Cotton's out there doing all this other stuff. Great, but when are you going to actually call your constituents? I was a constituent in the state of Arkansas being completely harassed and terrorized, and you need to know about it, and you don't care. And I've said that on your voicemail. I said, you need to know about this, and you have not called me back. So I'm lucky to be alive right now, because if they would have arrested me, I would not have been able to bounce back. You know how expensive it is when you get arrested? Your life is essentially ruined. These men are essentially ruining my life right now. If I wasn't able to completely de-escalate and give them my information and plead and beg, I had to surrender as if I had no will, as if I had no rights. The only thing I did was stand my ground and refuse to get out of my car. So I would love to sue for this. I have no idea who these people are. They wouldn't tell me. I know one man's name that was a complete asshole to me the whole time. He's the only representative that was tasked with stealing my money and the extortion of driving through the state of Arkansas. So here's this video. It's horrible. This has been the worst experience. So I'm sorry to have to share more bad news on my page, but this is what's happening in the world today. it's apparently offensive to be happy and to be joyous because there's this evil force that's out on the prowl ready to take your life, ruin your life. They don't care, and they're known as the federal government.
It's right down here, 101 Reserve Street, right next to the bathhouse.
I'm not going to be able to come back here, sir. There's no way in the world I'm going to be able to drive back to Arkansas.
And they can get a hold of you, and you can look up their phone number and call them too, okay? And you can try working something out with them.
Thank you for being so difficult over this.
All right. Do you have any more questions?
Not at all.
Okay.
Safe travels.
Yep. You're free to go.